Hi, everyone. My name is Anna, and I'm a product manager here at TravelJoy. Let's take a look at how Copilot can help me save time creating detailed itineraries. So this time, I'm planning a trip for a family to Cancun. We've already made a lot of the decisions together with my client, and I've started to book their travel. Now it's time to create an itinerary that will become my client's source of truth as they're traveling. So I have a bunch of notes that I'm going to pull in from the side and add to Copilot. We can see lots of details here, including flight numbers from flights that I've already booked. We've already booked a hotel as well. That's the Royal Solaris mentioned here. And every day of the trip comes with a highlight activity, along with start time, duration, meeting point. There's a pickup for the second day's activity and a brunch reservation made on this last day as well. So there's a lot in here. Let's send this all over to Copilot and see how it does building an itinerary for us. We've heard from you all that creating the perfect itinerary, especially with details just as many as these, can take a long time, sometimes even hours. At the same time, we also know that those details matter a lot to you and your clients. So Copilot is here to take the busy work out of getting those details right. We can see in front of our eyes, it's adding in that trip introduction and title along with an image. And it's taking the dates that I've mentioned in the prompt and breaking that out into a day-by-day section here. Now what Copilot is doing is going underneath each section and adding in things like flights based on the flight number that I provided. We should see Copilot be able to bring in details from that flight just based on the flight number. We should be able to see Copilot mention, bring in a hotel as well, complete with detailed information and activities as well. Let me just expand my screen a bit so we can see those images come in. Give that a few more seconds to load. And while we're doing that, we can jump up here and take a closer look at the title. We can see that Copilot has framed this trip as a Cancun escape. I think that's lovely. And we can kind of see a sneak peek of the introduction as well, mentioning that this is a getaway from Denver to Cancun, staying at the Royal Solaris. Again, bringing in mentions of the trip that nicely summarize the proposal and give your client that first wow experience. All right, we can see images coming in here. That's looking great. Let's take a look at the client preview. And let's jump down to take a look at flights. Now, based on the flight numbers that you've provided, Copilot has added in all the details that your clients are going to need to know when they travel, including flight time, arrival time, and duration. And again, Copilot has added in these images to make even your first draft itinerary feel complete. And these images are being pulled from Unsplash. So that's now another tool that you have at your fingertips, with Copilot there to help you find the perfect image in an instant. Let's continue on and take a look at the hotel. So from just me providing the name of the hotel to Copilot, it's been able to pull in the property address, check-in and checkout dates, and real property images too. As for the activities, we can see that the details I provided are all added to the itinerary in the correct place. We can see the start time, meetup location, and duration all mentioned here for this snorkeling boat tour activity. And we have some lovely images, again, from Unsplash to illustrate that snorkeling activity too. Moving along here, we can also see that that Copilot has added a full day tour to Chichen Itza, complete with the duration and pickup location that's at the hotel. So it's great that Copilot has been able to fill in the hotel details here. And we might want to improve on this image, and that's something that we can go back and ask Copilot to help with. Moving along, we can see that Copilot has also accurately captured this brunch reservation with the correct time. And we're wrapping up the trip with a lovely afternoon exploring the cenotes. Let's hop back to the proposal and make that improvement to the image for the Chichen Itza tour, like we mentioned earlier. So let's say add images. Let's say add new images to the Chichen Itza activity. I even have a typo in there, but I'm just going to go ahead and send that over. I'm moving quickly, so let's just have Copilot handle the small details there for me. And great, it was able to identify the correct activity. And we see some better images for Chichen Itza as well. Let's jump down there to take a look. Great. So now we have images that are specific to the iconic destination that is Chichen Itza to give the clients the right idea of what they'll be experiencing when they go and do this activity. So I think this itinerary is super close. I just want to add some finishing touches. I want to make sure my clients feel prepared when they leave for their trip. So let's also add in some additional travel guidance. I'm going to go into Copilot here and ask, add a destination guide and packing list. And since the client will be going on assorted water activities for this trip, let's ask to emphasizing gear for swimming and snorkeling. Let's send that off. And what Copilot should do is take into account the trip context that I've already provided it and what's already in the itinerary here, and pair that with my specific request. So we should see that the destination guide mentions Cancun and specific things to introduce that destination, and the packing list should do the same. We can see that, great, the destination guide and packing list have both been added here. I prefer to have these right at the top of my itinerary, so I'm just going to go ahead and reorder those really quickly. And let's take a look at the client view yet again. All right, the destination guide comes complete with images specific to Cancun. And we have a nice introduction here, rich Mayan heritage, great, Isla Mujeres. So I think this is going to be a great introduction to the destination for my clients. Moving along here, let's take a look at the packing list. We have some images of snorkeling here, and let's take a look if the packing list also mentions the right elements for snorkeling and swimming too. Yep, we can see that that's called out right here: snorkel, mask, reef safe sunscreen. So I think this is going to be a great list to get my clients prepared for the trip they're about to go on. All right, now with that finishing touch, I think this itinerary captures all the details my clients need to know, and I'm ready to send this off. Copilot now does the heavy lifting for me based on a few instructions. I no longer have to spend time pasting in every one of all of these details here just to create a useful and engaging itinerary.